Gift of Gab Podcast with IAMNOBLE.
Yeah. Some conversations don't just touch your mind, they touch your soul. Welcome to the Gift of Gab. The Gift of Gab with I am noble. Let's grow.
Welcome to the Gift of Gab Podcast with IAMNOBLE. Fire intro. I love it. I love it.
This is the Gift of Gab Podcast.
I know you fucking lying. And if this is your first time pulling up, I want to tell you you're right on time. You're more than welcome. But if you've been rocking with me for a while now, you already know my slogan. I appreciate you so much, and thank you for continuously rocking with your boy. Now, let me give you a couple of rules for the show. You know I got to give out the rules. We like to laugh, we like to think, and we like to challenge each other's perception. With that being said, let's go. Now, do me a favor as well before we get the show started. I want to know how far this is getting out, how far this reach is going. So I need you to drop your city and your state in the comment section, if you can do that for me. Drop your city and your state. I want to know where you from, where you're checking in from. How far is this getting out there? I want to know. Are you in Detroit? Are you in Chicago? Are you in Miami? Where you in Miami? Where you jumping in from? Drop it in the chat, people. And if you're watching any way other than Facebook at Unapologetic Noble or my YouTube at the Gift of Gab Podcast, get to one of those stations so you can get the benefit of hearing all the added incentives and being part of all the chat and all the comments and all the things. We got North Carolina in the building. Shout out to North Carolina. We got somebody from Russia in the building. Shout out to Russia. I don't even know how you get there. That's what I'm talking about, people. And if you're watching this tomorrow, how would I know? You know how I will know? Because you're going to drop in the chat replay. And that's how I'm going to know you dropping in from tomorrow, and still drop your city. I don't care. So with all that being said, let's get comfortable or let's get uncomfortable. Either way, we're about to have a motherfucking conversation. Let's go, people. Now, let me ask you something. Do we still know how to value people? Do we still know how to value people? And I asked this question because somebody reached out to me in my messenger and they asked me a question. They said, hey, can you do a show on this? And you know I had to oblige. That's the type of host I am. And the question they asked me made me stop. You want to know the question? I thought you never asked. The question was, why don't people value each other anymore? Man, I thought about that. And I was like, maybe that's not the real question. Maybe the real question is, do people still know what value look like? Do people even know what value look like? Because you can't value what you can't recognize. So I have to let the individual know, maybe your spouse don't know what value look like because that's not something that they was teaching, how to value other people coming up in school or childhood, things of that nature. I don't know what you was taught, but I do know I was never set down as a man and told these are the values of a lady. So I wanted to talk about that today because maybe we don't value each other because we don't even know what value look like. We can't value something we can't recognize. Think about it. We may know the price of a car. We may know the price of a house, cost of jewelry, how much a watch costs, a pair of shoes, especially the Jordans, every color. The Jordan line be so long, boy. But somebody can walk into your life with loyalty, character, peace, honesty, consistency, and wisdom. And you may not recognize the value because None of that came with a price tag. I like to say a lot of us only value price tags. We think that's what it comes with. If it's expensive, it must be valuable. We got really, really good at pricing things and really bad at valuing people. And that's dangerous. That's really, really dangerous. Because now we're choosing people based off what they look like, what they have, what they can provide, what they can do for us, instead of asking questions like, who are they? And that's what relationships get all messed up to me, because attraction is not value. Just because somebody look good don't mean shit. Just because somebody got a fat ass don't mean shit. Just because somebody got money is not value. Attraction is not value. Sex is not value. Stature is not value. Those things can be part of a relationship, but they can never be the relationship. But they don't tell you whether somebody is actually good for your life. So tonight, we're going to learn how to recognize value. So I hope you're with me, because I'm with you. And I want to talk about valuing people and value in people and how to identify value in people tonight. So let's go. Where do we start with this, man? We can start so many places, but I just want to, where do we start? First of all, step one, how to become valuable. How to become valuable. That's one of the things we're going to go over today. How to attract valuable people. How to make somebody feel valuable. I think that's important, because I think if just a man in the crowd, I hope some of my men tap in before this show really gets going, because I think learning how to value these women are very important. And a lot of us wasn't taught. A lot of us wasn't set down and taught how to value these women and how to find valuable women versus some of the women that you're choosing for all the wrong fucking reasons. How to make somebody feel valuable. I think that's really important. How to keep valuable people in your life. And we're going to answer a question people don't always want to talk about. Why don't men value women? And just as I said, that's very, very important. Talk to me. What you say? Let me see. Put it on the screen. Cash rules everything around us. Currently, so no money, no value. Facts. I agree with you. Right now, if you ain't got no money, you might as well shut the fuck up to somebody. You can't even get a nigga advice if you ain't got no money, and that's crazy. But that's what we want to talk about. And tonight, I'm definitely going to be focusing on trying to get men to understand how to value women, because why don't men value women? So that's one of the questions we're going to answer tonight as well. So be with me, rock with me, and let's get this show on the road. Welcome to the Gift of Gab, people. Let's go. And I'm not just going to attack the man as well. Why don't women value men? I got to say that because, I was just finna go hard on my guys, but then I thought about it. Shut the fuck up. What, this girl is crazy. Why don't women value men? She went hard as soon as I said that. Damn. Shout out to you, sis. Because that's important too. Because we're not doing a blame game tonight. This is not bashing men. This is not bashing women. We are doing mirrors tonight. And I need everybody to know you're about to look in the mirror tonight. Value is not a price. Let's make this thing really simple. Value is not a price. Wow, this girl, wow. I'm gotta start reading these comments over here. This is getting crazy over here. Wow, she says, just me and one random person. Really? No, I ain't gonna even read the rest of it. Just keep going. Just like that. Let's make it simple. Value is not a price. Price is something that costs. Price is something that costs. I'm old school. I value people, money. I value people. Money is still a tool in my world. Yeah, it's facts. I love that. I love that. Money is definitely a tool. Value is something, price is something that costs. Value is something that adds. That's a big difference. Diamonds shine, characters last. So you might buy diamonds because they shine, but character lasts longer than a diamond everywhere. Money make noise, but integrity speaks volumes. Beauty gets attention. Consistency earns trust. Status gets you noticed, but humility earns respect. Chemistry feels good as fuck, don't it? But compatibility helps you build a kingdom. Potential sounds exciting. Consistency gives you evidence that you can trust a person. That's how I want to start this off, by looking at people. Don't just ask, what do you have? Ask, what do you bring? What do they bring? Because we find ourselves in these situations sometimes when we asking people, what do you have? We don't ask, what do you bring? And when we say, what do you bring? We're not talking about money. We're not talking about money. Because somebody has to, they have to have everything in each relationship nowadays. And they bring nothing but chaos. Imagine dating somebody because they money and all they bring is chaos to your life. Shout out to Jamie in the building. Shout out to Jamie in the building. What's up, Jamie? Welcome to the party, people. Somebody can have everything and bring you nothing but chaos. And somebody can have very little and bring peace, loyalty, wisdom, love. That's why I'm trying to show you guys how to value each other and how we need to look at value. Value is not a price tag. That's how much something costs. Value is what they add, the value they add to your life. That's value. Think about it. Somebody can have everything in the world, all the money, all the material things, and bring you straight chaos. And then you can meet somebody with so little and they can bring you so much peace. They love you, wisdom, love you correctly. That's value. My question to you guys is, how do we recognize value? How do we recognize value? If you want to know somebody's value, you watch their patterns, not their promise. I tell people all the time, you don't have to trust people. You trust people patterns. You don't have to wait for them to watch their patterns. I guarantee you, their patterns will tell you everything you need to know about them. Watch their patterns, not their promises. Watch how they treat people they don't need. Because I promise you, we always talk about it. I know a person, this is very well off, and he feels that all he needs, and he feels that's all he needs. Facts out to you. Facts. But seriously, guys, watch their patterns, not their promise. Watch how they treat people that they don't need. Because sometimes when you're watching somebody, how they treat you, and they want something from you, like when a man first meets you, we probably want sex. He probably want to, lay you down, so he going to wind and down you. You're going to meet that representative for a little while. Or a woman, she probably, who knows what a woman wants. I'm not a woman, so I'm not going to speak for one. But she may want many things. And we need to watch how they treat people around them that they don't need. Watch how they handle being told no. Because we all had relationships where we said yes a million times, and the first time we said no, what happened? So you need to know how this person responds to no before you tap in. Watch how they handle being wrong. Because I know some people that are ruining a whole relationship because they don't like being wrong. They will argue up and down as much as they can. Watch how they handle conflict. Watch how they treat people when they get angry. Because they might like you right now. You might be their new toy, their new infatuation. But I promise you, if they treat people horrible, you next. If they treat people bad, you are next. Hey, it's on the screen. Read it. I'm gonna leave it up there for a while so y'all can read it, man. So it's going 4 pages. I love it. I love it. Let's go. Yes, absolutely. Facts. Like, I love it, man. I'm putting the comments on the screen. You guys can see each other's comments as well. I love when they communicate together. But think about that. If you're dating somebody and they treat other people that they don't need like shit, you are next. You are next. One day you're going to be up and y'all going to get into it, or you just not going to be that new exciting toy anymore, and they're going to treat you the same way they treated them strangers that they didn't need. You got to watch it. Watch what they do when nobody's watching. Because anybody can perform for you, but character performs when nobody's watching. So watch who they are. Watch how they treat you. Watch how they talk to you. Watch how they love you. Well, you got to watch all those things when nobody's watching. Look for consistency. Look for accountability. Look for honesty. Look for emotional maturity. Because we got this notion where we think age means maturity. I'm here to let you know right now, age ain't got shit to do with maturity. I know some 60-year-old children. I know some 50-year-old children. I know some immature people at all ages. Character perform when nobody is watching. Facts. I know some children at all ages, so don't never confuse age with maturity. I like older men. There's some older men out there that act like kids. You see them. You see them nowadays. Look for emotional maturity. Look for someone who can apologize without saying, I'm sorry, but. That's big. I'm sorry, but you might as well not even fucking say it sorry. If you're going to say sorry, but, or apologize, and you don't have changed behavior with that thing, keep the apology. Because the apology was never the problem. The character flaws was. Yes, emotional maturity. I'm sorry, but watch that. That's not an apology. An apology, people. That's a press conference. When somebody say, I'm sorry, but, that's not an apology. That's a press conference. That's somebody getting ready to put on a good show. They don't believe they wrong. That apology is to get you to let down your guards again so they can do that shit to you again. And here's another one. Watch how they handle your vulnerability. Watch how they handle you when you're in your vulnerable states. Watch how they handle you when you're sick. Watch how they handle you when you just don't feel good. Because you might be healthy as shit today, but who knows if your health take a fall later and you dating someone that never, ever cared for you in that way, they're going to leave you. Watch how they treat you when you're in your vulnerable state. If they tell you something sensitive, you got to, man, do they protect you? When you tell them something sensitive, do they protect you? Or do they use it against you later? Hey, it's a good question. Good water. Watch how they handle your vulnerability. And be careful, because people take your vulnerable stages and they'll use that shit against you later in the argument. As soon as you get to the next argument, they on your ass. As soon as we get to the next argument, all of a sudden they bringing up that shit you said about your mama, about your daddy, about your whatever you shared with them. So be careful. But this is how you tell value. You notice we ain't talked about money. We ain't talked about homes. We ain't talked about none of that shit yet. Because somebody who really can hold your vulnerable state without weaponizing it, that's valuable. That's really fucking valuable, people. That's better than the nigga that can pay rent. Now, I got a question out here, people, and I know this is the question that started this entire thing. Why men don't value women? I hope some of my men is in the crowd. This is not to attack y'all. If my man in the crowd, I need y'all to step in, because this is a question I was asked. Why men don't value women? Can somebody tell me why men don't value women? Let's take some guesses at it first. Let's take some shots at it. Why do you think men don't value women? Let's get into this question. Oh, snap. We got a comment. I should have knew that was going to be the first one. Yes, facts. Why men don't value women? Why don't some men value women, man? That's a real good question. And I'm going to say some because we're not going to put everybody in the same box. We're not going to say all men are dogs. No, we're not going to go there. But how she looks, that's these guys is crazy. And sometimes men confuse women value with what she can provide physical. They looking at that you know what they're looking at. They're looking at that thing. I don't want to say it. I think it's just a certain woman that don't hold value. Woo. We got a man in it. I'm going to leave that comment up there. That's a man in the bill. I'm going to leave that comment up there. But why men don't value women? Because I think men confuse women value with how she looks physical. Sometimes they want to talk about that. Sometimes they looking at that ass. That's just it. I'm just going to get it out there. Sometimes they looking at that ass. They looking at that cleavage. They looking at that see-through dress. They looking at all the things that you showing them. And they confuse that with value. How she look, how attractive she is, how sexual available she is. What can she cook? This is what they think value is. What she can do for the house, what she can do for me as a man. But a woman is more than what she can do for you. She's a person before she's a partner. First of all, that's God's child. First of all, that's somebody's mother, somebody's sister. Because of past female trauma. That's a good one. It could be because of past female trauma as well. But I just want to make sure some of these men know that she is bigger than just your spouse. She's bigger than just your partner. She's bigger than a woman. Got so many virtues. She has a mind, a dream, fears, goals, strength, weaknesses, a history, a future. And sometimes men get so focused on what a woman can do for them that they stop seeing who she really is. Some men don't value what comes easy. I hope you ladies are listening to this. Some men don't value what comes easy. They value what they had to chase, what they had to build, what they had to hunt. And that's dangerous. That's really dangerous because now you're not even valuing women. You're not even valuing a woman. You value the pursuit. You valuing the pursuit. That's why most men love chasing. And the bad thing about the pursuit is you finally get her and then the effort disappeared because the pursuit is gone. That's not love. That's conquer. And I think men think they are conquerors. They some of them are. They are. It says that in all the books. They think they conquerors. So they don't value the actual woman. They value the pursuit. So when you looking at a man and you like, why he don't value me? Man, it just like, man. In the classroom, first of all, happy pre-birthday to you. I saw you did your thing. Christine, you just did your thing out there. Happy pre-birthday to you, girl. You did your thing. Shout out to you and your people. No mystery. Everything's on display. Yes, no mystery. Everything's on display. Welcome to the party, people. Don't forget to tap that screen. Don't forget to drop in the comments. What are we talking about? What is wrong with these people? I want y'all to know what I'm going through these chats so y'all can know why I keep. He just texted me and said, bro, you cannot just ghost me after getting my dog pregnant. What is some of these comments? But I love it. Welcome to the party. Give him one for that comment.
This is the Gift of Gab Podcast.
I know you fucking lying. Hey, that nigga said I got his dog pregnant, man. Something wrong with him. But you are absolutely right, Tara. Everything's on display out here, people. We have to make sure that, you know what I mean, that you're not with the bullshit. And some men don't realize a woman value until another man recognize it. So sometimes when a man don't recognize your value, I hate to say this, I hope you catch him in the beginning stages, because you're going to have to move the fuck around. Because at that point, it's not about how he don't see your value. It's about, do you even know your value? Because if you knew your value and somebody didn't value you, you wouldn't be sticking the fuck around. So the real question is, do you know your value as well? Because if you don't know your value, I'm here to tell you, neither do he. And if you stay past your curfew, he know you with the shit. So he don't even have to learn how to value you. So that's really big for any woman out there that feel like a man is not valuing you. Do you know how to value you? Do you have set boundaries and set standards for yourself where you're not just a person that's being conquered? Oh, happy birthday to your sister. I always get y'all mixed up. Even when we was younger, I always got y'all mixed up. But shout out to you, man, and tell your sister happy birthday. But yes, don't become that woman that was just conquered, because man will do it to you. Don't wait until somebody else see what you refuse to see. And I'm serious. Don't nobody know what you bring to the table until you at somebody else's table. And to all my men out there, I want to tell you something real quick. I know you probably ain't going to listen. I'm going to tell you anyway. Don't wait until somebody else see what you didn't see before you decide to see it. Appreciate her while she's in your possession. You better appreciate her while you got her. Because when somebody else get a hold to her, bro, that shit dead, man. I hate to see guys working harder after the breakup than they did while they was in a relationship. I hate to see that. That's crazy. Don't confuse providing with value. Don't confuse providing with value. Now, don't get it wrong. Providing matters. But don't confuse that shit with value. Just because you pay every bill in the house, what the fuck that mean? Just because you pay every bill in the house, you don't have the right to make a woman feel invisible. Talk to him, Zach. We here. Sometimes a woman can be overconfident and put a value on themselves that doesn't, that they don't possess. I love it. I love it. Y'all heard that? Oh, Zach said he's fighting back today. He said sometimes you ladies are overconfident and you will put a value on yourself that you just doesn't possess. That ain't true. You want me to respect somebody, you don't even know who you are. Shout out to Zach out here. He's fighting back. But serious, man, I do see a lot of men that don't value women because, like I stated before, I don't think men know how to value women, because this is not something that was taught coming up in some communities. You know what I mean? We thought value was things, not people. So that's why this show was important to me, because I want to get back to show people what true value is. And it's not the Lamborghini. It's not the house. It's not, you have to value people. Sometimes she don't need another thing. Sometimes she need to see that you care about her, that you there for her. She needs your time. She needs you to be present. She needs you to listen. I'm telling you that, man, you'll get way further by getting that woman's head and let's really listen to what she's saying versus trying to buy her everything. She don't need another thing. She needs you. She needs you to fucking tap in. The kids need you as well. Shout out to Life Coach Jeff in the building. We here. Now, hey, I went on the man. Hey, Jeff, hey, Zach, I went on the man. Now I got to ask the ladies. I got to ask a question. Why ladies don't value man? I'm not attacking. It's a question. Somebody sent me this topic. I'm chopping it down. Why ladies don't value man? Now, ladies, don't get comfortable there. Don't do it. Y'all just had a lot to say when I said why men don't value women. Why women don't value men? I need to hear it. Let's talk. She needs some attention. That counts. Facts. Now, why ladies don't value men? Where y'all at, ladies? Let's go. Just say he looking. Let's go. I got a comment over here. She said we do. We do. Men don't value themselves. Oh, they fight back. Oh. She said she do, but men don't value themselves. What make you say that? What make you say men don't value themselves? And do y'all agree, ladies? Do y'all think men don't value themselves? Break it down. Let me see where y'all at. Oh, there go doctor. She in the building. As a black woman, I see a lack of protection and respect. Man, they saying you don't protect and you don't respect. Where y'all at? I love it. And you know what, sis? I'm not going to even lie to you. I totally agree with you. I ain't trying to go in on you guys, but I'm agreeing with the ladies on this because I do see a bunch of men not out there protecting their homes, not out there. What she say? She say social standards. Oh man, I gotta see this one. Social standards being underlying and faith and goals. A lot of you men, not at all. Okay. Well, hey, y'all hear that, man? She's out here. They at our throat. Why they don't value men? And they fighting back. I value mines. I need him to value me. Bring him in the chat. Tell him join the show. We about to talk about it all. A lot of men don't even respect themselves. It went back. She put that twice. She said she wanted to re-up. She wanted to re-up on that. But yes, guys, seriously, why women don't value men? They gave y'all a bunch of reasons, guys. Y'all got to fight back. Now, let's get to it, though, because this mirror swing both ways. And sometimes women confuse man value with what he can provide. I'm going to say it. I'm fucking with the guys. Sometimes what he provide, you make him a human doing and not a human being. How much money he make, what kind of car he drive, what kind of lifestyle he can create, how much access can I receive from him? What's his 10-year plan? What's his education? Is he 6 feet, got a six-pack, makes 6 figures? Sometimes y'all, ain't none of that value. And again, those things matter, but they are not character. They are not values. Welcome to Sugar in the building. What's up, Sugar? What's up, family? They are not values. A man can have money and have no integrity. Those are not values, people. She said, now, wait a minute. A man do need a plan. He do. But is that why you value him? And if he don't have a plan, is he not a man anymore? I don't know. These are questions. I'm not here to attack. We here having a fucking conversation. And I love this conversation because my goal is to get men and women to learn more about each other through uncomfortable conversations. And today is about why men and women don't value each other. Not all, just some. And I think it's because we put value on things and not people. We learned how to value things. We learned how to value purchase power. We didn't learn how to value character. That's why I just said a man can have money with no integrity. He can have status and have no emotional maturity. He can provide financially and be a terrible fucking partner. I love it. She said, I don't need him to provide shit. I need him. Bless Lord, talk to him. Talk to him. She said, I don't need my man to provide shit. I need him. I love it. What an answer. That was a great answer, by the way. I love it. How many women out here just want the man? Do they even exist anymore? They just want the man. So don't just ask certain questions, guys. What can he provide? Instead of asking that question, you should ask, what kind of man is he? Not what can he provide. What kind of man is he? What kind of man is he? Another question. Can you trust him? Can he communicate? Can he control himself? Does he keep his word? Does he take responsibility serious? Do he protect his relationship? These are values. These are things that we need in relationships, not just money, not just somebody that can pay a bill, not just somebody that got 6 feet, 6-pack and make 6 figures. No. Do we support your growth? Do we really, really want to see you grow? I don't need provided money. Oh, what I need provided money came back. Great. I get it now. It's just very small on that screen. What I need provided money came back. What you need? Drop one of them in the chat. Let's see what you need. These men is looking. They want to know, what do you need? I'm delivering this message straight to the man out there. Man in the world, listen. She about to type in the chat what she need. And what she need, money cannot provide. So I want to know what's something you need that money can't provide. Let me see this one. Matter of fact, ladies, if you in the chat, ladies, what is something you need that men just don't fucking get? They provide everything but that. Put that one thing in the chat. Let's see. Seriously, what's something you need? She said discipline. Hey, man, we just gonna laugh at that. I'll take a drink to that. She say discipline. We need a safe place, comfort, emotional intelligence, perspective, logic. Okay, I like that. Damn, I said one thing, shit, that she gave me the list. I like that. I like that. Do he protect his relationships, people? Do he support your growth? Can he admit when he's wrong? I think that's big as well. What's she say? Masculinity, energy, and strength. Okay. She need masculine energy and strength. Ooh. What's masculine energy? Break it down. Go ahead, Dr. Tara. Tell me what masculine energy is. Uh-oh. I love when my man check me sometimes. We need a little checking too, but with respect. Do all ladies love being checked with respect? Emotionally intelligence. I love the answers. Man, I hope y'all, I'm bringing it straight to y'all, man. I hope y'all listening. All the comments are there. She says she love when her man check her, but with respect. Yes, we love it. Okay, yes. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of yes in the chat for they like to be checked. Okay, with respect. I'm going to say that once again. Man, did y'all know this, man? Are y'all out there buying all the expensive gifts when all they really want is to be checked? I'm joking about that. With respect, of course. But this is about learning how to really see value in each other, people. Because a valuable man has something money just can't manufacture. And women, don't wait till another woman recognize a good man before you recognize him. Really stay in his business. Really make sure before you throw that man away that wasn't the one. Give him some time. You know what I mean? Because I do think this value thing is really on both sides, people. It's really, really on both sides. Masculine energy brings solution without emotion. Damn. Shit. I got to read that again. Masculine energy brings solution without emotions. Damn. I'm mad I even asked you what you meant by masculine. Damn. What I do? Hey, so first of all, should I give her Did y'all hear what she just wrote? She put masculine energy brings solution without emotions. Damn,
This is the Gift of Gab Podcast.
I know you fucking lying. Let's take a drink on that one. I gotta relax on that one. Shit, what an answer. Damn. Shout out to you. Dr. Terror in the building. I ain't never heard that before in my whole entire life. That's the first time I ever heard somebody say masculine energy brings solution without emotion. I'm still in that. Matter of fact, let me say that right now again. Masculine energy brings solution without emotions. I love it. What a fucking answer. Why do we stop valuing each other? That's the next question. First of all, give you guys a round of applause for that last section. Y'all did amazing. Y'all was on fire. I love the back and forth answer between men and women. That's how I know that we was meant to be together. Because this is really a passionate thing, and I think we want to get it right, but we have to have these conversations. We have to. And don't forget to share the live. Share the live, people. Share the live. Tap the screen. Invite more people. This conversation needs to be heard by as many ears that we can. Tap the screen. Show some love. Give me some heart. Throw some coins just to give back. Do whatever you want to do. I'm feeling good for you. Let's go. Next up, why do we stop valuing each other? Now, that's a question, people. Why do you think we stop valuing each other? Why do men and women lose value for each other? What happened? Women, I'm going to go y'all first because y'all always punctual. I love how y'all respond. Women, why do y'all stop? What will make you stop valuing a man? What would make you stop valuing that man that you just gave so much? You done gave him the wonton, the wet 360, the ultra culture kiki, the sweet hee, the hee. You done gave him the Michael Jackson. You done gave him the words. Now, what will make you lose value for that exact same man? Let's go deeper. Why does this happen, people? And man, if you watching, what make you lose value in your woman? She say feminine boundaries, resentment. Boy, these answers, what the fuck? Shit. God damn, these answers is we love respect. So if a man disrespects you, that'll make you lose sight of his value. I'm watching. I'm learning here. Too much envying. So can a man actually envy his woman? Is that like, so you saying a man can envy his lady? I didn't know that. But I do know jealousy runs into relationships sometimes, but to date somebody that you envious of, like, I don't even get, what was the fucking point of dating her? You got with somebody and lack of respect. I see the lack of respect a lot. So I'm starting to think that a lot of women lose value in a man because of lack of respect. I'm starting to see that answer a lot. Why do people stop valuing people they once valued? Inconsistencies. I love that. I love that. I love that. We got respect is everything. Respect is everything. Respect is everything. Yes. Yes, they can. And that's cool, man. Date people that are jealous of all the time and try to tear you down. Okay. I didn't know they do it. Like, serious. I as a man, I don't see how that even fits. Like, that'd be silly to date somebody that you're jealous of. Like, what was the purpose? I don't get it. But sometimes, I guess, familiarity can kill appreciation. You can get so familiar with something that it'll kill the appreciation of it. Sort of like air. You know, we all breathe so easily and so freely that sometimes we can not appreciate the air that we're taking in. And I think relationships work like that sometimes as well. Because you see somebody every day and you stop seeing, we got a man coming. Shout out to the YouTube game in the building. Shout out to Z Scott in the building. Value is never lost. I say it was never there in the first place. It was just dressed up as something else. Shout out to my cousin in the building. Welcome to the party, Kiki. Let's go. Hey, Zach said value can't be lost. It was never there in the first place. You dress your value up in a disguise to make me feel valuable. Lady, do we agree with him? Or is he fucking losing his marbles? Because they got a lot of points out here, Zach. It's a lot of ladies out here making a lot of great points. And what we're talking about right now is we trying to figure out how do we get men and women back to valuing each other. But we're trying to figure out when did we lose the value? How did we lose the value? She said value can be lost, Zach. She said you are fucking tripping. Value can be lost. And you sound like a single man What else she say? You sound like a single man with no lady in his life. Damn, she going hard. Z, you gotta fight back. He said, what he say? Gucci is still in Gucci stores, not at Ross. God damn it, what the fuck did that mean? That was your answer? Hey, his answer to you was Gucci is still in Gucci stores, not in Ross. But if you put Gucci in Ross, it does lose its value, don't it? I don't know. I don't agree with Zach. I don't know what the fuck Zach talking about right now either, my nigga. My boy kind of lost me, but at least he fighting. What did I walk into? You hear that, nigga? But seriously, guys, I think sometimes you can lose value because you see something so much every day. We see each other every day, and I think familiarity kills appreciation. And the biggest thing I see when it comes to value is I don't think a lot of men learned how to value a woman. I'm just going to be honest. As a man, I am a man, and I'm here to tell you, no one has ever set me down and said, this is how you value a woman. This is what a woman is, this, that, and the third. I never had that lesson from a father, from a older elder in the neighborhoods, nobody. So to be honest with you, I never really knew the true value of a woman. And I misuse, I misvalue, I misplace. I have fucked over so many women in my life because I really didn't know their hearts. When my first interaction with women, it was all about sex. It was all about having fun, drinking, partying, things of that nature. I never knew that there was something deeper there. I never knew how special you guys was. It took me a long time to realize how special women was and how y'all design was, man, remarkable. So I don't know if a lot of men are afraid to admit that they don't know how to even see value. I think we misunderstand each other all the time. I think we misunderstand each other because we're so afraid to admit that we don't understand each other. I don't understand what's so fucking wrong with admitting that you don't know what the fuck you might be doing. Ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with telling a woman, I just don't, men are just as special. Yes, we are. We are. I agree. But I think until we take the first step, which is admitting, taking accountability and realizing that if you don't know how to swim, it's safe to say when you 40, 50 years old, you never learn how to swim, you still don't know how to fucking swim, do you? And the older you get with that thing, you know what end up happening? You start getting embarrassed because you don't know how to swim. You start seeing little babies 2 years old jumping in the water. And, you know, that gets hard to tell somebody, man, I don't know how. And then you don't even want to go to swimming classes because you get in swimming class and then guess what? You got them little ass kids there. It make a grown ass man feel weak. And I do think a lot of men don't want to admit that they don't know how to properly do anything with a woman, especially men that been here 40, 50 years and vice versa, because I do think that some men don't even know how to sexually please a woman because they never asked the fucking question. They just thought they was doing it right from the first time. That will cause a man to be vulnerable, and they don't like that. Hey, man, they attacking the vulnerability. Do we like being a vulnerable? I don't know. I don't mind. I don't give a fuck about being vulnerable. I'll tell you how I feel, especially off of a couple of these. It's over. I get off a couple of these. You might hear too goddamn much. What's poppin', Kiki? Welcome. So we stopped showing gratitude because I really think, man, we don't know. She said, don't get in that water. What water is that? Don't get in the water. What water? What water? Let me know. I do think, and once again, I'm not a counselor, people. These are just opinions, and I'm glad you guys are here with me because this is the greatest show on earth, not because of me, because of us. And I'm glad we are here having this conversation, and I hope we take from this conversation some great points. Shout out to a lot of y'all, man. Y'all made some fucking fire points in this chat today, seriously. A lot of shit I heard today was the first time I heard it. I'm 40 years old. I'm 40 years old, and that was the first time I heard some of this shit that we was talking about. So I really, really want to thank you guys for some of these comments because this shit dope. This shit really dope. And sometimes we don't value people because we became distracted with comparison. I really think a lot of people compare. I really think that, man. Don't get in that water. I don't even know what water she's talking about. She gonna have to let me know what water. Don't forget to tap the screen, people. Don't forget to tap the screen. And don't forget to drop your comment and let me know where you tapping in from. Drop your city and state. Where are you checking in from? Are you in Dallas? Are you in Miami? Are you in Colombia? Where you from? Oh, if you can't swim. I get it now. Yes, if you can't swim, don't get in that water. And social media, I don't like really blaming social media for nothing because you have to click on that shit and you got to take that shit in. It's just that simple. So I'm not going to say social media is the reason why this or that. You have to take that shit in. And that's on you. That's on you. So, man, and just make sure when you choose your lady or you choose your man, make sure you really do your homework because you got to really choose that person and stick with that person. Stick with that person knowing that there's somebody prettier, richer, somebody with more followers, better body. None of that shit matter. If you say that's why you got to date somebody with character. That's why you got to date somebody that's real. You got to date somebody that understands true value because if you dating a man that don't understand value, he will lose you for any fucking thing. He will cheat on you for any fucking thing. You got to get somebody that really understands value, that's kingdom building with you and not people pleasing. Because once you start comparing your real relationship with other people's relationship, the game already fucking over right there. It's done. And I'm here to tell you, you can't destroy something that's real. Chasing something that's, man, listen to me when I say this, guys. I hope y'all listen to me, guys, when I say this. You can destroy something real chasing something that's imaginary. You got a real woman in front of you, and you got a real man in front of you. You guys got to get together, stick together, and work that shit out. That shit out there that people are pretending that the grass is greener, it's not. That's an imaginary world. They trying to distract you. Stay where you at. Stick with your pick. Fix that shit. Work that shit out. Remember why you met her. And if you let the representative be the reason why you got in a relationship, you're a fucking fool. Get down on an intellectual level and get to know these women. Stop taking them to Roof Crest and take them on a picnic. Take them to the museum. Take them somewhere where you can get to know them. Stop taking them around all that noise. Take them somewhere where there's solitude. Maybe some instrumental music going on. Stop taking them. Get to know your lady. And ladies, make sure these men get to know y'all. Cover up a little bit. Put your titties up. Shit. Put it up. On the first date, it should all be out. Put it up. That grass is turf. That grass is artificial. Tell them again. Because you can destroy something real chasing some imaginary. And that's crazy. That's crazy. Sometimes we stop valuing people because we never learn how to value ourselves. Sometimes we stop valuing people because we never learn how to value ourselves. We couldn't identify what value ourselves, so we could never value the person. You dated somebody that didn't have no value. That's why they can't value you. If you don't know your own value, you may accept anything. Therefore, you're going to give anything. We all playing a guessing game out here in some of these relationships. And if you don't understand healthy value, you may overlook it when it show up for you. That's why most people run from healthy relationships. If you've been in a toxic relationship for the past 10 years, I'm going to tell you toxic too. And when you meet somebody that may not be toxic, you may run from it because you're so used to that toxic relationship. That's it, people. We got to tap in. Real talk, facts. On God, we here. We been 54 minutes. Welcome to the game. Welcome to the game. How do we get past this, though? I can't let you guys go without trying to figure out, how do we get past this? How do we fix it? Not tomorrow, but now. How do we fix it? Not after relationship falls apart. Now, how do we fix it? Well, I got to give you a step. Number one, learn what value actually look like. Learn that. That's a good step. Stop making your entire checklist about looks, money, sex, and stature, and ask about character. The next time you're on your first and second date, you need to be asking about character. Step number two, say what you appreciate. Say what you appreciate. Let them know that. Don't make them guess all the time. Tell them, I appreciate how consistent you are. Pat them on the back. I appreciate how you show up. I appreciate how you support me. That's powerful for a man. And probably for a woman as well. Because sometimes all they want to know is you there, because if they did something bad, they get punished. But if they do something good, they start to feel like women are entitled. Even though y'all not, they feel like that. Because whenever I do something good, it's like it's overlooked. Step number three, notice the invisible work. Not just the visible work. You have to do that invisible work. Yes, I said that. Sometimes the most valuable thing people can do are the things nobody applaud. You have to do the invisible work. Step number four, stop talking consistency. Well, I ain't going to say stop talking. I said that wrong. Let me say that different. Stop taking consistency for granted. Stop taking consistency for granted, people. Just because somebody always shows up does not mean that they had to. I think sometimes we can take each other for granted. I really think we can. And number five, correct with love. Correct with love. Talk to each other with love in your voices. Correct with love. Don't check in public. Check in private, but correct with love. Value does not always mean enable somebody. If you love somebody, you should be able to tell them when they are wrong. Accountability is not the opposite of love. Sometimes accountability is love. So correct with love. And I'm going to give you a number 6. Stop comparing. Stop comparing. Fuck is we comparing for? Stop. Stop comparing. Serious. Your partner is a human being. That's your partner. You chose that person. That's not a production company. That's not somebody that you should put in a competition. You should be judging your wife or your girlfriend and nobody up to nobody else. Stop comparing. She's not going to look like those Instagram pictures that she don't have to. She don't need to. Stop comparing. Stop comparing. That shit kills everything. Because, man, what you want, you attract. You want loyal, be loyal. You want honesty, be honest. You want peace, become peaceful. You want a valuable partner, become somebody valuable to be with. What you want, you should attract. What you want, you should attract. You want loyalty, be loyal. You want honesty, be honest. You want peace, become peaceful. You want a valuable partner, become somebody worthy of being valuable with. What you want, you should attract. Seriously. Seriously, people. And it's been an hour. I just want to make sure I gave y'all something before I let you get up out of here, man. I can't let you leave with nothing. It wouldn't be my show with it. The greatest thing in your life is not the things you sitting in your driveway or in your house or in your closet. It's the person and the people sitting next to you. And if you don't know how to see that, man, you can have everything in the world and still be poor in the places that matter. So, man, I hope y'all learned something. I hope y'all take something from this. I really hope y'all enjoyed yourself today. And I'm going to say that one more time. You can have everything in the world and still be poor in all the places that matter. Until next time, I want to thank you guys for being a part of this conversation. Thank you guys for sharing your thoughts and some dope ass comments today. And you guys went deep as shit. And keep growing. Keep challenging yourself. Keep paying attention to the things that's truly shaping your life and keep God first. I am Noble, and this was the Gift of Gab. And y'all about to watch my new intro. Everybody, watch this. If you like the intro, please let me know how you feel about this intro. I worked really hard on it. This is the Gift of Gab, people. Here go the intro. Watch this. Please tell me how y'all like it. Gift of Gab Podcast with IAMNOBLE.
Yeah. Some conversations don't just touch your mind, they touch your soul. Welcome to the Gift of Gab. The Gift of Gab. I am noble. Let's grow.